to your Millennial Group Therapy Session, Baby One More podcast with your hosts, Steph and
Morgs. Hey, Steffers. Hey, Steffers. You okay? Are you okay? You did great. Let's just keep going. You're doing great.
I just can't. I had to laugh. I had to laugh because I'll cry if I don't fucking laugh right now.
Yes, agreed.
Oh
This
my
this
god.
week, this topic's gonna be I'm in my business professional because the week is serious and we're having serious attire and we're just
And
twinning.
we're twinning in the best way possible. We're same, but different because
Yeah.
Morgan is in a very pretty green. I really like that color green,
Right?
but it's a really pretty green blazer. So she's looking extra professional. I am in a bright neon green pullover.
Yes.
It's, because some of you can't see this. So if you're listening and not viewing, that is what we look like. So I look like I could go out and like direct traffic right now.
You're
And
doing great.
Morgan's ready for the office scene.
I am.
I'm,
Always. Corporate
I'm never.
America.
That's what the
Anyways.
show's about.
Well,
So,
let's kick off. We'll rate our weeks. We're gonna do that. Hopefully all the people like it and give us a little insight about our lives. So I feel like you have your rating. You need to start because I feel like I need to go after you after last week, and we know I graded myself a little bit difficult,
yeah.
I gave myself a little bit of a harsh grade, and I feel like that was not needed. Not needed.
You're a little too hard on yourself, and that's okay.
Yes. Tell the people where you're at.
Well, technically, we're recording this on a Wednesday instead of our usual Monday, which is okay. But we're going to rate last week. And last week was actually really good. So I'm going to give it like an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5
Hell
out
yeah.
of 10. It was like a really chill week. Nothing too exciting happened during the week, but on the weekend, Joe and I finally got to go out on a date, and we went to brunch. It was awesome, fucking awesome. It was funny because the reason we even planned a brunch is because when he was working on no, Wednesday, a little memory from Facebook popped up from when we like first went out. We weren't even like dating. We were just talking because we were with his buddies. But we went out to brunch in Orlando at the Porch. Shout out to that place. That place was fucking amazing. But they had like a whole mimosa bar and everything. So like I sent it to him. I'm like, oh my God, this was 8 years ago. 8 years. I was like, we need to have another brunch date. And then we were like, fuck it, we're gonna have a brunch date this weekend.
Hell
And
yeah.
that's what we did. And it was wonderful. We got to be kid free for like the whole day. And it was great. It was what we needed. I also am a light fucking weight, and I had like 2 sips of mimosa and was like on my ass already. I'm like, wow, I am not built like I was back then when I was like 23, 24. So that was a lot. We killed like 2 bottles, and by we, I mean Joe. I nursed 2 bottles. He killed 2 bottles. But it was cool because you got like to pick your own. They had like 4 or 5 different flavors per thing. So they had like mimosas and Bellini.
That's my
so they brought us like whatever we wanted, and we just mixed them up and made our own little mimosas. It was delicious.
I love
that was
those
cool.
places. Yeah.
That was fun. And then Sunday, he worked Sunday. No, yes, he worked Sunday, and I just did my usual hangout, be a mom, the whole night. But I will say, we just had like the most fucking fuckity fucks. Excuse me and my terrible language, but that is necessary right now.
Accurate.
My microphone's not working. So if I don't sound great, that is why. I'm trying to project.
Into the
I also have a different background because I'm at my mom's instead of my brother's filming. So like everything's different. And that's also like problem numero uno. Nick is really good at this stuff and I'm not. So the minute that the microphone decided to shit on me, I was like, well.
I was like, is she going to give up, guys? Is she going to give up?
I'm like, we are not quitters here. That is one thing that I will say. We do not quit. Also, how did I just realize that you put blue lights up?
Oh my God. That's what I did this morning. I was like, check my little emails for work, make my coffee, put up lights, go back to work. Yeah, it's like, instead of going to the water cooler, to the kitchen at the office, no, just me hanging fucking lights because I was like, I knew you would probably be in a new place or, a different place for this episode. And I was like, I will put on the show today behind me.
We love it.
I know.
I don't know how I just noticed that. I was like looking at you and I'm like, oh, she has blue lights up. Also,
Fucking
the
killing it.
ADHD is there today. But yeah, so if I'm a little flustered, it's because this piece of shit decided to be a piece of shit and crap out on me. But it's okay. We're gonna make it work today, and then next week we be better. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I thought it was gonna be third time's the charm with our like audio, but fourth
know.
time will be the charm.
Yes.
Because like the first week, we noticed Morgan's audio wasn't as strong. Then last week I was a little too far away from the microphone. Honestly, it might have just been the microphone dying because this started happening
Oh,
last week.
so right. It
Remember
probably
before
was.
the
Yeah.
episode?
Yeah.
So it probably was like shitting out on me then, and I was like, fuck it, whatever. And now it makes sense because
Yeah.
it's definitely the mic.
Yeah.
The headphones are fine. It's the microphone.
So sad. But
So
we
that's
here.
where we're at. But yeah, I just wanted to,
Tell the
give you
people.
all a little update as
Yeah.
to why
Yeah.
I'm a little bit all over the place. And that's why.
Well,
And it's also raining today, and it's
oh
shitty. And
my God. I
I
can't.
did sleep last night, though. Baby
Thank
Joe
God.
slept all night,
Thank
so
God.
there was that miracle,
God.
But anyways, how was your week, Morgs? Rate your week for us, please, and thank you.
I feel like I'm glad your week was better than the week before. Mine was also good. What did you say? 8.5 or 8.5? I feel like that's where I was at too. And can I just give an adult win of the day, of the weekend, the week, whatever? So Corey's parents are bringing us, or this weekend brought us these bins to pack in because we're moving. They're like those freaking Home Depot bins, huge ones, right? They have like 20 of them or something ridiculous. Wow. But honestly, amazing because I'm not buying cardboard boxes. Whatever, save the fucking planet. Separate issues.
No, but seriously,
they brought them. We knew they were coming on Saturday, and on Friday at my lunch during work, I was like, Corey, I'm gonna go buy a dolly, like a hand truck, because we don't have one. I'm like, we need to fucking get one. Like, how many times have we moved and we didn't have one of these things? So I went to Lowe's on Friday, and on Saturday, I left it in my car because I was like, oh, I'm gonna meet them downstairs. Like, I'm not bringing this upstairs, whatever. Save my back. I was like 35 pounds. Like, my back's a little fucked up right now. It's fine. Turn 30 and then your back gets fucked up. Hopefully not for the people listening. Yeah, I never thought that would be me. It's fine. It's all good. But the win of the fucking weekend was the fact that we brought all of those bins up in one fucking go. All of the bins fit on the thing that I bought. Literally, like 12 hours. I will insert photo here or on the gram, whatever, wherever. I don't know if we can do that. It's me putting it on TikTok, but yeah. Fucking amazing. And I feel like that's the most like adult fucking thing to bring up, but the people that get it fucking get it.
Dude, it's like when you clean something that like was so difficult, like the fucking, I don't know, something stupid, but like it's not coming off, and then like you do and you're like, oh, this is such a win. Like the stupidest shit. The dumbest shit, but it's like such a win.
Such a win.
Or you hang something and it's like perfect.
Like, exactly. Probably with a push pin because, apartment living.
Yeah, that's
fine. But still.
No, we got holes all over the fucking place. I'm like, we put holes in the last place we lived and like nobody said a damn word. So
toothpaste, right? You could just fill that shit with toothpaste. Have you ever seen that?
Well, dad's dad. Joe's dad. Where my brain is. Joe's dad, he does all this shit for a living basically. True. So he has all this stuff and he has patched all the holes. Also, when I was in college and I moved too many fucking times to count,
right?
I like learned from my father how to patch up holes and make things look pretty again.
Smart. Yeah.
Gotta adult.
Gotta adult, especially to get your fucking deposit back in these goddamn apartment places. Oh my gosh. Hopefully you guys don't hear the cat yelling because he's fucking hungry again. Sorry.
Oh, I can't. I can't hear.
It's about that time. It's about that fucking
time. Oh my gosh. Well, I am really happy that we both had decent weeks. Good weeks, honestly, not even decent.
Oh yeah.
This week I can't say the same for, but we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah. We'll average it out by the end. Yeah.
We'll see. Funny. We'll see how it's going. But yeah, so
exciting though.
Radar week.
Yeah. Well, and it's exciting we're filming today for the viewers, the listeners, because the freaking Love is Blind season finale came out today. And I was just, because I work from home, so I have like my little setup. I have my monitor, my computer, and my like could be a monitor, but also use it as a smart TV. So I have some like shows on the background always. And it's literally like 8:31. Like it's like early as fuck, and I'm messaging Steph.
That's what time it was for me.
Was
I
it?
woke up at 8 when Joey woke up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to sit my happy ass on the couch and I'm going to turn on Love is Blind because I knew, I was like, it's Wednesday. It came out. I have to do this because I know Morgan's going to watch it and I want to talk about it with her. So I sit down and then I realized that the account is not working.
No.
Cool. And then by that point, once everything got configured, then Brielle woke up and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just call it a day
Not
and
gonna do
get
it.
to watch it right now.
Oh my God.
However, I did get to watch it during nap time.
Yes.
But I did have to fast forward just to get on the same page as Morgan. So I didn't get to watch it in its entirety, but I think I told you like in the voice memo that
it was basically,
as much as I love Amy and Johnny, their love story is not very dramatic and entertaining. No. So like, I'm not here for that. I'm here for the drama.
Like, but I love them if they like. I have my Love Is Blind post-it note here, but I literally was like, if he says no, I'm never watching this show again. Literally is what it says on the bottom. If Johnny says no, and I spoiler alert, this is our reality update section.
Yes, this is our reality TV check-in
because I can't hold it in anymore. But yeah, so spoiler alert if you haven't watched the reunion or the finale, watch it. Or fast forward this. But yeah, I sent Steph like the briefest fucking thing because at one point I was like, oh, she's not gonna be able to watch it. And I was like, just listen to the first 5 minutes just to get the fucking tea. I was like, thank you fucking Netflix for leaving us on this dumb cliffhanger. Yeah.
And not making us wait the entire fucking episode only for it to be a no. Which, like, I kind of knew that's where that was going. Like, I had a feeling, like, the way that they cliffhanged it, hung it, whatever you want to fucking call it, that she was probably going to be like, I love you so much. And then he was going to be like, I love you too, but, like, I'm not doing this. I had a feeling. And honestly, I just feel like that was just, like, a disaster. Like, that was a dumpster fire of a relationship.
Couldn't look away.
No, like can't look away, but need to look away, like secondhand fucking embarrassment type of situation. Definitely glad that they didn't even like continue on because
me too.
I mean, I'll be interested to see if in the reunion they're still dating, but I have a feeling not. I'll be more shocked if they are. And then I was texting Morgan the entire time I was watching Clay and AD's wedding because. Like, I was like, at first, I'm like, I feel like she's gonna say no and he's gonna say yes.
This was funny. But then, like the risk, like, can you see all of the things? Like, I'm working and like they're just coming in.
Happening. So but funny. I was like, I had a feeling. At first, I was like, I don't know why, but I feel like AD's gonna say no because she's gonna like realize like maybe he isn't gonna be like faithful and shit. But then when she walked up. And he was just like acting so awkwardly uncomfortable. Like you could just see it in his face and his mannerisms, like at the altar. I'm like, he's about to say no. He's 100% about to say no. I will say this. I don't like him. But I respected his response. At least he like was nice about it and didn't be like, or wasn't like, no, I don't want to be with you type of thing. Like, no, straight up. Like it was a nice, like, I definitely love you and want to like try to be with you and continue this, but I don't feel like I can say yes. And you know what? Good for him for understanding that he's not at that place yet. Like to make that decision because marriage is a fucking huge thing.
Yeah. And it made me sad that she seemed so blindsided. Like that's what hurt me the most was that like she definitely seemed blindsided and that
100%. But I'm also like, did you really not think that he could potentially say no? I don't know. That's how I felt. I was like, dude, did you really not think that? And then like I loved Clay's mom, like her talking to the father. I was like, yes, Clay's mom, get it. Fuck him. Well, not fuck him because they were having a conversation and I don't remember what the exact thing she said. He said something about like, I chose you or something, or you.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you came into my life, or I chose you. And she's like, yeah, you may have chose me, but you also like disrespected me, or whatever. And
yeah.
Like,
yes. But I was also like, God damn, y'all, please go to therapy after all of this in Love is Blind, which, you know, Clay said he was going to, but like,
oh yes.
Can I just tell you my favorite part? You already know. You already know. There was two. There was two. Yes.
Like a good favorite part.
A good favorite. When AD was talking
about fucking.
Johnny. Yes. Like, y'all are fucking. Like, that was literally, I love her so much.
I know. I texted Morgan and I was like, I love AD because, and she knew. Morgan knew already exactly what part I was talking about because as soon as she's like, I know that she's just trying to like be good for the camera. Like basically what she was saying is like, I know she's just trying to like protect herself.
It. Yeah.
But she's fucking that man. She's fucking that man.
1,000%.
Like, oh my God. But it's so true. And I love, like, you don't want to buy a car until you test drive it.
Right. I was like, fair fucking statements. I was dying. And I feel like, yeah, she's just protecting like their privacy, which is like also fair. You're on TV. It's working out, right? And you know, the other thing I said to Steph was literally every time that Amy's dad came on screen, I'm fucking crying. I'm fucking crying. Because it was so fucking cute.
And he's so sweet. And honestly, like, she kind of like talked him up to be like, not a hard ass, the villain, but like the hard ass of the dads. Like, she's like, I don't know if he's gonna accept this or accept you and all this stuff. And it's like, he's so sweet. Oh, that man, so I know, so lovely. So
and Johnny's sisters. It was when it was Amy's dad and Johnny's
I had
sisters.
to fast forward.
I was like, I know, you need to go back.
I got through the whole beginning. Yes, I got through the whole beginning, and then I got through the whole Clay and AD's wedding and all their shenanigans. And then I had to fast forward, but I did fast forward to the part where they were talking, like Amy's dad and the sisters.
Oh my
God. And so sweet. I was like, I can't cry right now, though. I just did my makeup in here.
Yeah.
Let's fucking cry this off.
Totally.
But then I fast forward to the I do's, I don'ts. But I was like, if these two don't fucking say I do, I'm over this show. But also, what is wild, and I told Morgan this, I was like, this is the first, well, probably not the first season, because I feel like season 1 had a lot of people make it to the altar. But this was like, or engagements. I was like, this is like one of the first seasons where there's like all these people that got engaged and only 2 of them made it to the altar.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
we have all these people come out of the pods engaged and then like they just slowly trickled off.
Wild.
Like, it's gonna be a very interesting reunion for sure. Which I'm excited for, and we'll definitely be talking about that next week or possibly the week after. We might have to just film on Wednesday so we can talk.
Right. We'll see how.
We just may do. But yeah. Funny. Also, will depend on when I get a new microphone because.
Oh well, Wednesday will be good too because we get our keys on Tuesday to the new place. So that's
Wait, when are you moving again?
The first week of April. We have like a slow move. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's what Joe and I did. It's the way to go.
I've never done it. We've never done it.
Oh, listen, coming from the girl who was 7 or 8 months pregnant.
Oh my God, right.
But yeah, I was 7 months pregnant. Believe me when I say it is the way to go. Yeah. And I was going up and down 3 flights of stairs with my big ass belly, carrying everything under the sun.
Absolutely unhinged, unfucking hinged. We didn't even tell the people like the theme of today's episode.
Oh, well, we do have a theme.
We got too excited.
Reality. Oh, I guess Traders. The last episode's tomorrow of that.
Oh.
What happened last week?
I don't know.
Oh, Peter went home.
Yeah, and MJ
Peter went home and
Shield.
MJ won the Shield, and they got rid of Phaedra.
Yeah.
Which was like a bittersweet moment, I feel.
I know, for sure.
I was just like annoyed because I was like, you fuckers, like you knew that they were telling you that it was Phaedra, and you still picked Peter. And then I was kind of happy that they got her out because I'm like, if they don't get her out, I'm gonna like riot and throw something. Yeah. Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be? When they were like trying to throw Sandra under the bus, and I'm like, don't fucking even.
I feel like she's still gonna be like a target. Like, I'm curious what they do with this last episode. Like, is it just Kate at the end? Like, I don't know.
Well, this is I guess how it's gonna. I mean, you watched season 1.
Yeah.
So just don't spoil it for me because I haven't watched it yet. But when it got to the end, was there like multiple traitors left, or was there just like one traitor left and like multiple faithfuls?
There was 2 traitors and 2 faithfuls.
Okay, because my mom, she watched the Australian season.
Oh, go Mom! Oh, Mars!
And yeah, I know. And she said that there was two traitors and one faithful, but the traitor, one of the traitors made it seem like she was a faithful and
Yep.
got buddy buddy with the faithful. So
Nice.
he thought that she was for sure a faithful because she like fed him all this
Oh,
bullshit. And they got out the other traitor and he was like, we did it, we did it. And she's like, just kidding, I'm a traitor. And she won because she was the
right,
last
right.
traitor. So yeah, it's going to end up being Kate against all the faithfuls.
Yeah,
And my guess is that they're going to figure out that it's Kate. And the only
yeah.
reason I'm guessing that is because she did
Oh.
kind of dig herself a hole with the comment she made about Phaedra at the round table.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah, yeah.
Phaedra picked up on that.
I
She's
know.
like, why would you say that she's being
Sandra
selfish?
is a game player.
Yeah.
NCT, they play
Yes.
like the housewives don't play the fucking games. Like,
Yes.
so I
Right.
feel like you're right.
So
I
I'm
think they might
interested
find
to
her
see
out.
if that, and I'm interested to see who she kills because there will be one more murder.
Oh
And she can't kill
yeah.
MJ. So it's kind of like people, like she could potentially kill Sandra to just be like, you're too smart and you're on to
True.
me.
That's true. Hmm.
But then there's also like Trishelle who's pretty with it
She's
too.
good, yeah. I
Mhm.
don't know. The
So we'll
plot
see.
the plot thickens.
The plot thickens indeed. So that's our reality check-in.
Love it, love
Should we
it.
check
Here for
in?
it.
Reality TV check-in because that's really like the only two shows that Morgan and I are watching
Yeah.
religiously together.
Yes, yes.
But today's motherfucking episode is a little bit more, what's the word?
Hmm.
Hard hitting? No.
Yeah.
Serious?
Cries silently in Millennial,
Yeah. Like,
basically.
we probably will
For
laugh so we don't cry, but this is not like a
sure.
funny episode.
Sad. But
It's
I mean more just
sad.
real. We out here being real.
Yeah, this is just real life struggles that I'm sure Morgan and I are not the only people that deal with it, but we
Yeah.
also like relate on a lot of the things going on. Like
Yeah.
for her and I, we're both in a very similar situation, minus the fact that Morgan doesn't have kids. But like aside from that,
Children.
the rest is
Cats.
very similar.
Cats.
Your children are your kitty cats.
Yes. Absolutely.
So what do we want to call this theme?
This
The
was like, yeah, struggles of being a
millennial
millennial in
in
20,
2024.
yeah, like today's world. Like
Yes, not
we were
even 2024,
yeah,
just in today's fucking world.
literally. We were talking about like one of the topics at least I came up with in the last week was how we were like at this weird this all came up because our last episode was about spring break 2009 and we're like, okay, 2009 kind of just set the scene for us. And we're just like, wow, it's crazy that like everyone was set to like go to college, no question. If you didn't, like, it was like a why aren't you, which is like not today. It's so different now.
Not at all. Shit is so different now. And like 2008, 2009 was like when the economy was absolute shit. I mean, it says it right in the song Down.
Yeah.
Come
The
down like the
recession.
economy. So, but like what Morgan and I were saying is like in 2009 when this was going on, we were just children. Like we didn't know what the fuck was going on. We had no idea. Like, and honestly, I mean, I'm just speaking from, I guess, my parents' perspective, but it didn't, or from a kid's perspective looking at my parents, but it didn't seem like they were struggling.
Yeah.
At least not the way we're struggling today. And
Different.
like, if
yeah.
that was like an issue, with money and the recession and everything, like they just didn't struggle the way we did.
Right.
Or the way we are.
Or they were set up already that even if it was a struggle, it was different.
It was a different type of struggle. Yeah, because like one thing that we were talking about yesterday or the day before, whenever I voice memoed you, it was like wild to think that our parents, and I can't speak for yours because I don't know their educational background, but my parents, they never went to college. My dad didn't even finish fucking high school. Granted, my dad went off to be a bartender and he's been doing that for 30 years, but making very good money doing it.
Right.
And my mom, that's how they met, in a fucking bar. So, whatever. But when you think about it, it's like that was their occupation. They did not go to school. They did not get an education.
Yeah.
And here they are, family of four. Granted, I know that when Nick and I were first born, they lived in like a 2-bedroom apartment.
Sure.
I know that we moved to Boca and it was like a smaller, like single family type, home.
Yeah, yeah.
There was like maybe 2-3 bedrooms still. Like I know Nick and I had to share a room for a little bit, and then I was able to get my own bedroom, but there wasn't like a spare bedroom. Like if somebody came to visit, my ass was going somewhere else so they could stay in my room.
Exactly.
So, but they were good. And then when 2000, what was that, 3? When we moved into the neighborhood?
You were 2 or 3. Yeah, we were 2001.
2002.
Yeah.
So one of those years, like we moved to a 5-bedroom, 2-story, huge ass house, fucking in a beautiful neighborhood, like family friendly, the whole 9. And it's like wild to me to think that like they were able to accomplish that only a couple years later than like what age we are right now. Like they were probably in like their mid to late 30s when they did that.
And that was a new construction home.
Yeah,
like
brand fucking new.
Yeah.
Like in the heart of frickin' Wellington, which was like super nice. Like that was the up and coming.
Right.
And it's just like
it was the time.
Right now,
they did hit it at the right time. That is also a factor, which
but here's the
is
thing
awesome.
Too, is
but
we don't even have a right time because we got
no.
stuck with the fucking C word in 2020, and it's like we've never recovered. Like if you didn't get into something prior to that, you just fucking like your luck is shot.
Yeah.
Nothing. You don't have good.
And then everyday people like me and you are like, our parents are looking at us and they're like, why are they renting an apartment? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing that? Why don't you buy a house? And I'm like,
how?
I don't want to be house poor. Do you have 20% down to put for this whatever expensive ass house that I want to live in? Like
for a while, I don't know what it is right now, but like the fucking interest rates are through the fucking roof too. And it's like, even if you have enough to put down, like your interest is going to be fucking skyrocketing.
Well, yeah.
So it's like,
or
there's that.
There's first time home buyers, this and that. It'll help you. Fuck off. Like too. I don't even, don't even try to preach to me. You do not understand what we're going through.
No. And it's like, we literally were told, go to school, get an education, graduate, get a career, you're set for life. Right. But like, we did all those things and we're still in the situation. The fact that Joe has 2 jobs and it's like sometimes we can't even make ends meet. Like in a fucking apartment, how? How is that even okay? Like that doesn't even make sense. Even if I was working like a legit job and not just doing like my social media like side gig type crap, like it's still, honestly, unless I blew the fuck up and went viral and was making millions and millions and millions of dollars, okay, then maybe we could go buy a house and live comfortably. But it's still like I don't even have words for it. I know. Because when I look at people like the Gen Zers and even below them that like came into the world and said, fuck getting an education, I'm just going to go dance my ass on fucking TikTok, get a huge following, and they're making more money than us and like set for life.
Yeah.
And they didn't do
play
shit.
It right. But yeah,
if they play it correctly and they don't go spend all their money on willy-nilly shit. But exactly. It's kind of like, I look at this and I'm like, we have the generation before us that got set pretty well. Like they did what they needed.
We need a separate episode about the Gen Xers. Yeah. I have feelings.
And then the generation after us that they're like, fuck all this bullshit about going to school and getting an education. I'm just going to do this instead. Yeah. And then there's us.
I know.
The generation
we're doing what we're told. Yeah, exactly.
And we still can't stay above water. We still can't stay afloat.
Literally. That was me. For anyone just listening, it was me doggy paddling on the screen.
We're just trying to stay above water. We can't even fucking do that.
Dude. I know. Right. It's wild. And also, I feel like there's this, at least like when we went to school, it's like, for the people listening that care about my background, like I went to college going to pursue an art degree, but like you tell people you're going to have an art degree or do anything kind of out of the norm, they're like, how are you going to make money? What are you going to do with that? Blah blah blah. All the fucking all the bullshit.
Art,
like
social media, fucking
anything,
videography, photography, anything
different
in that realm,
creative. Yeah,
it's like you're not going to make money doing that. That's just a hobby. That's how people look at it, though.
They
look at it as a hobby, but then you look at these people who are doing that for a living, and it's like, well, it didn't seem like a hobby for them because they're making way more money than I'm going to ever fucking make as a teacher. Like,
right.
That's
and
the other thing. like I went to school to be a teacher and I probably have more debt than what the yearly income is for a fucking teacher.
Yeah.
Which is like also
1,000%.
wild. What's crazy, and like I don't even care to like share this fucking
Yeah.
fact and number, but like as a teacher,
Yeah.
when I first became a teacher, my starting salary for Palm Beach County was 42 something. And that was, before taxes.
Yeah.
That was the highest aside from like Orlando. There was like Sanford, wherever I ended up interning was like one of the other highest in the whole state of Florida for income.
Wow.
The highest for Florida.
Right.
That's the highest paying county is Palm Beach County, and that's what it is, 42. This is my favorite part. I was in, the school for like 4-ish years, 5 years, whatever it was when our governor decided I'm going to make everyone across the state of Florida, the starting salary is 47. Cool. That's cool. My salary went up because after only a couple of years, there's no way I was already making 47 because wait till I tell you what my retirement pay would have been. But so 47,
Wild.
but here's what's hilarious to me. Everybody now went up to 47. So brand new fucking teachers coming into the building are at 47. I just worked for the last 4 or 5 years and I'm making the same at them. How about the people who have been working for 10 plus years, 20 years, and I'm this close to what they're making a year? That's not okay.
No.
That is not okay in the slightest. And if I would have stayed in the school system and retired in 30 years, the most amount of money I would have ever made was like $63,000.
Wow.
How?
For like literally building our generations. You know what I mean?
Not to mention, my first 2 years teaching, I got in that building at 6:30 a.m., which was an hour before I was supposed to be there, and you don't get paid overtime as a teacher. And I was leaving at 6:30 p.m. I was working 12-hour days, getting paid for a 7.5-hour day, busting my ass, fucking having to pay my own money to create my classroom so it was suitable for kindergarteners, buy my own supplies because God forbid the parents could do that. Half them didn't fucking send their kids with supplies, especially because I worked at a Title I school, so like low income area. And it's like I'm shelling out my money. They'd give you like a $300 stipend sometimes, not every year. And it's like this is literally going to last me like for a month, maybe. So I am paying for my own stuff, making my classroom look pretty and beautiful, staying late, getting to school early, doing all this extra work, working on the weekends. You came with me one weekend. Do you remember? You came into my classroom like my first year teaching to help me get like a poster ready for my fucking lesson. And it's like, I did all this work for that. I mean, granted, like to see the kids excel and like learn all these things, amazing. Like that's the best feeling in the world, but it's not worth the fucking money.
Dude.
And people will sit here and say, well, teachers get vacation. They get the whole summer off. They get breaks. They get Christmas break. They get Thanksgiving. It's not the same. We need that break, number one, or else we'd fucking break something.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm parenting your fucking children for 9 months out of the year. Yeah.
Like, please. And then second, let's just think about this. Teachers are only making what I just said, in the state of Florida at least. If you have kids and you are a single parent, you have to work a second job in the summer. Most of the teachers were working through the summer to afford to live. Even though we got paid throughout the summer, you still have to work to live. And like, it just,
I know.
It baffles me because I'm like, I went to school, got this education so that I could make like pennies. Like,
and the work ethic too, just of today is so different than like not even just talking about teachers, but just like everyday people, the Gen Z or whoever's, millennials too. Like they're kind of realizing like, oh, I'm going to stay at a place for 2 to 3 years and I need to leave because like that's the only way to make more money. You know what I mean? Which is like insane because in my heart, I like, I'm committed. I'm fucking committed to the core. Like to leave after 3 years, I'm like, I don't want to jump ship just because I'm making money. I'm not money motivated like that. Like I'm trying to do what I want to do.
Enjoy what you're. We are like we want to enjoy what we're doing versus like I just need to make as much money as possible.
That brings me to a TikTok that I saw, which was it was this whatever trend going around that was like, oh, what's the millennial midlife crisis gonna be? And there was a bunch of them that were like, oh, you're gonna knit, you're gonna crochet, you're gonna do like the housey thing, bake bread, all the things. But then one person that I
bread's
saw,
already happening.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Shout out to my brother. I'll tag the page. I'll tag the page.
But sourdough bread in my life.
Insert bread here. But the one that I saw that really was like, oh damn, they were so fucking right, is that millennials midlife crisis is probably going to be quitting the corporate America, what we're supposed to be doing, and do something we love for hopefully more money. But like, it's going to be leaving what the world said we should be doing, because that's the thing, we're all literally just zombies sometimes, and it's sad.
Like what you said the other day, it's like we kind of just live in this like wake up, work, eat, go to sleep, do it all over again.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy, because even like for me, who left teaching to be a stay-at-home mom, which like grateful, thankful, blessed that I get to do that. Thank you, Joseph, for allowing me to do that.
Yeah.
It still sucks like that. Yeah. He has a good career. Yeah. Like a firefighter's a good fucking career. Yeah. Why is it that as that being your career, you still have to work another job to make ends meet? And it's like still we're in a fucking apartment, and it's still fucking like not even feasible sometimes. Like it makes no sense. I mean, granted, we know that we live in like one of the most expensive fucking places in the whole US.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, didn't we weren't we like number one at one point? Like we even went
Florida
above
itself?
like California. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I know.
That's wild.
And we're moving 30 or 25 miles north. We're going to save like $500 a month or more in rent just because of the location, which is like,
it's crazy. If you go all the way north in Florida, and granted you're like in bumfuck Egypt, like the boondocks, but like the amount that you save, because I know I had a friend who was on my team when I was teaching, and she ended up moving north because it was like so much more affordable to live up there. And they had like a much nicer, house and stuff because of it. And it's like, yeah, it's too fucking expensive to live here. And like you're not even making anywhere close to what you would need to fucking survive. No. Like if I was a single woman with no kids teaching now, I would not be able to live on my own.
No, you couldn't afford an apartment.
I'd have to live like in a fucking piece of shit dump, or I'd have to live at home.
Or roommates,
or have a roommate. Those would be like my three options. I could never afford to live by myself. I mean, that was even before. Like this has been just getting increasingly worse. And then you have to like put in, all the fucking extra money you spend on gas and groceries and just like living expenses.
I know.
Groceries are so fucking expensive. It's ridiculous. I just spent over $100 on groceries at Walmart. And what do we actually fucking have in the house?
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's
when you black out and get home and you're like, wait, what's for dinner?
Did we actually, like I made a whole list because I've been doing it like on my phone, and I'll have them deliver it. But it's like, I make a whole list. I'm like, okay, this is what we're eating this night. This is what we're eating this night. Here's like for stuff for lunch, for breakfast, blah, 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 blah. And then you get it and you're like, seriously? I mean, granted, we know we have Brie eating with us too, but it's like, it doesn't even make sense how it's that expensive.
She's a tiny human. But still.
I feel like we got like 10 things and it's like $110. Like, how does that make any sense? And literally. It's Walmart. Walmart is like the cheapest of the cheap for fucking groceries.
I know. Walmart is significantly cheaper, thank fucking God, but I know, Publix, every single video I see about people promoting Publix and like, oh, get a Pub Sub and all these things, and like, I love Publix. I also am like down to get groceries wherever the fuck is cheaper, because Publix is not it.
Publix is not cheap. If I went to Publix and bought the same stuff I got at Walmart, granted, there are certain things I like to get at like Publix or Sprouts or Whole Foods, like when it comes to like fresh produce, 1000% I do not trust Walmart. And again, I'm having somebody shop for me. I don't trust their judgment, because one time I ordered potatoes and they gave me ones that were literally sprouting.
No, sad.
Like, are we really this dumb that we can't check the potato in the bag and be like, this looks old? So you know what? I wrote on my little thing, it's like, how was your order? And I'm like, this came like old.
Sprouty fucking potatoes. Yeah. Do they refund it?
Immediately oh yeah. Good. They're like, we don't even need it back. So like, just FYI, if you want to get a Walmart like delivery service, if they fuck up your order or forget something, they will immediately refund you. I've had to do it multiple times because one day, granted, like I know I'm doing this because somebody else is delivering it, but sometimes you can't like help it.
No,
I'm sitting by myself with 2 kids. I'm not dragging their asses out to a store with me, especially like a 5-month-old and 2-year-old. But you know, I had them deliver stuff. Definitely got somebody else's order. Definitely didn't get some of the things I needed.
No.
So I went on there and I
There's
was
that,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get this, and this. So they refunded me those items. But then I also had like 2 packs of Red Bulls and a bunch of tortilla chips. And I'm like, somebody was having a party or of some sort.
Oh my God.
Like,
imagine being that person not getting your Red Bull.
But didn't get their freaking Red Bull. And like Joe and I were like, well, we don't even like Red Bull. Like, I drink Alani's. I don't drink Red Bulls. We drank Red Bulls when we were in high school. Do you remember those mornings? Not to like go off topic, but to go off topic for a second.
Hell yeah.
Do you remember there was like, I will never, this is like ingrained in my fucking brain. I was laying in my bed. I remember this. We were up to like 4 a.m. Why? I don't know.
Mystery.
Do you remember being like, do you want one of us to stop at Walgreens tomorrow and get Red Bulls for school? And I was like, yes, we are doing
I remember that.
So we were both up until like 4 a.m. We had to get up in like 2 hours to go to freaking school.
Oh my God.
And I just remember you and I like, should we get Red Bulls?
I definitely went through a Red Bull phase.
Oh yeah. Well, do you remember we went
to
the mall too? Yes.
Oh yes.
We went to the mall for Black Friday and they were like handing out Red Bulls. I think that's where it all started. I think that's where it originated. And then we definitely got them when we did the overnight thing at the school.
Not dance marathon. Relay for Life. No, I looked Relay for Life. The purple logo.
Also, I just want to, again, we're like about to spiral off into like this is why it's Baby One More Podcast, because we throw it back to like the good old days.
Throwbacks, yeah.
Can we talk about though how they allowed us to all be intense on the football field? Just like unsupervised. I think there were teachers there, but like nobody was checking what was going on in those tents. And I know that for a fact because we were in the tent not behaving. I mean, granted, we weren't doing anything terrible, but like, people were being inappropriate.
I talked to my brother about this and he was telling like someone else a story about our high school and like did we have Euphoria High School? Like were we like
in a way.
Because
we had Euphoria fucking middle school. Do you not remember why we couldn't go on the field trip?
That's right.
Because the fuckers in front of us were fingering and giving head on the bus. And I just remember being like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't know what fingering is.
They ruined it for us in middle school. And then I feel like, didn't they ruin something for us in high school as well?
They were like the fucking fuckeries.
The same group. God damn. 2009.
Yeah, they were causing a ruckus.
It's the 2009. It's the 2009 graduates. God damn it.
Damn you, 2009 fucking.
Oh my God. Kids. I forgot about that.
100%. I remember somebody being like, yeah, we can't go because the 8th graders ruined the trip for us because they were fingering in the back of the bus. And I was just, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, what the fuck does fingering mean?
What does that mean?
I was so sheltered.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the hell that was.
Dude, I know. Oh my God. Wow. Middle school. Oh, middle school. Yeah. We had such great times.
I know we did. We really did. But like, I was just thinking about all that stuff, and I'm like, God, they like even our outfits for lip sync.
Oh,
like granted, they had to get
insert
approved,
photo.
But like, these are still not like the. I mean, we had like short skirts on. We had shorts on underneath them, but like still.
We bought those. I'm pretty sure from Spencer's. Like the plaid fucking. They were literally this big, like 3 inches fucking skirts, and fishnets and little fucking camis
across our arms.
Yes, and like.
Oh yeah. That was.
They were so strict.
To wear those all day.
Yeah.
Do you remember? At first, they were like, "You're not going to be allowed to wear them all day," and then they're like, "Oh, you can do whatever the fuck you want, your seniors." And we're like, "Okay."
I know they were seemed so strict about some things, and then.
But it's like when you really think back, it's like that shit would have never flew. Nowadays, that would never fly.
Fucking never. I know.
I remember even like some of the songs that we got to use, I listened to them and I'm like, I know they were edited, but like even the parts that
we had to get it approved. Yeah.
But it was like they were fine with it. I don't remember what song it was, but there was like a song that was like kind of nasty.
Yeah.
And, like when you really think about it, and I'm like,
oh my God.
Wow.
We'll
and even the songs that they like played at like the dances, the school dances.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so like, last week Morgan brought out all
Oh
the
my God.
old throwbacks from
Yes.
2009, and then I went down a rabbit hole and like found Akon, which I
Yes.
haven't listened to his music in like who the fuck knows how long. So good. But like I'm listening to these songs as a 32-year-old, and I'm like, oh my God, these were so inappropriate. Not to mention, even when they were edited, like the fucking I want to love you instead of I want to fuck you.
Yeah.
But that song is about a stripper.
Yeah.
All of their songs are about strippers.
And also, I'm in love with a stripper. Yeah.
Yeah. And like these songs played at our school dance. Like we were grinding, bumping and grinding on people while these songs played in the background. Also, like, what do people do at school? Do they have school dances?
I feel like they're probably not allowed. Someone tell us. What's high school like nowadays? I need to know.
Are there school dances? Do you grind, or do they just do like TikTok dances? Like, what is? Because like we had like grind lines.
So, well, I found that one picture, and that was really fucking funny this week.
Oh my God.
I can't. I need to throw it back to what was just happening before, as Steph was driving to her mom's house to record today. There she goes. She's dancing. I have cracked into my old MacBook Pro and found some beautiful gems. If you've been on Instagram, I'm sure you've seen some, but
that the gem of gems.
The gem of gems. I found the gumball machine. If you listened to the last episode,
yes. We might just have to do a post on Instagram of all the photos that you just found from that. Just like throw it back
absolutely.
To last week's episode. Can I just interrupt you real quick because I was a little confused.
Oh yeah,
you
of
sent
course.
Well, it's like a good thing, but to be confused about. You sent me this.
Wait, I can't see.
Can you see it now?
Oh yes, it was photos of photos. Yes.
Where this was on your MacBook?
Mac, yeah.
Because I was, what was this thing that like the forgot to turn my swagger on?
We like went through a phase of making memes, like.
But these weren't memes at the time. Like they weren't considered memes.
No, but I feel like it was an app. I feel like it was an app that was like a meme generator.
Can we also? I know you just showed this one. Oh yeah. Can we also talk about how this was the not spring break but Cinco de Mayo in Orlando when you died
every fucking time. For a trigger warning, every fucking time I went to Orlando, I died. A piece of my soul is there. Fuck that place. I'm never going back. Thank God you moved.
Oh
Mic fucking drop.
It was just like, you know what, we're just gonna throw it all the way back because I just have to relive this for a moment.
Oh my gosh, I love
that Cinco de Mayo, Morgan and I decided we were gonna go up to Orlando because I was definitely home. Like, right? I was home.
Yeah. We were going together.
Like, peace the fuck out. I came home for break and I was like, you know what, Morgan, let's go back up to Orlando. So we drive up there in fucking sombreros. Might I add? I waved a fucking sombrero.
I waved to every person we passed in my fucking sombrero.
I couldn't even sit back. I was definitely like dangerously driving with my fucking sombrero on. So we get to Orlando and we decide we're both underage, might I add. Like I remember I had a fake ID. I was able to go to the one liquor store that would always sell us alcohol. And we like ended up, we made like a whole spread. Do you remember we made like that whole spread?
Yes, we had a whole.
And we had like the beers and we made our like beer-ritas, whatever margarita with the beer in them, and the Corona-ritas. And then
we went. So good right now.
We went to what we called our friend at the time. They had like this big ass fucking house, so we
that they all rented. Yeah.
That they all rented.
Yeah.
And that is where we ended up. And when I tell you that I don't remember anything after the shots of tequila, I was chasing with fucking red Mountain Dew, the code red. Terrible idea. Gold tequila and Jose Cuervo, nonetheless, with fucking Mountain Dew red. Definitely broke a shot glass during that time.
God.
But all I remember was waking up the next morning and like, oh no, not waking up the next morning. You threw up before the waking up the next morning because I remember cleaning it up. We had to like move the furniture and the guys was like, is your friend okay? I'm like, she's gonna be fine. It's okay.
I did not puke. I mean, I did not fucking rally that night.
Oh yeah, there was no puking and rallying. Although you did stay up late. You guys looked through the microscope and like hung
Oh
out outside.
yeah, the hookah. That's a separate episode. We need to talk
Oh
about
my
why the
God,
fuck
yes.
was hookah a thing, anyways.
Yeah, but we were like obsessed with that shit. I even bought a hookah at one point. Might have
Yeah.
had two, honestly.
Wow.
But
Oh
yes,
yeah, we
do you,
smoked, we drank.
was that the first time though that you came to Orlando?
I don't think so because I remember vividly driving to you. I don't remember what it was for, but I remember I-4 being closed and it took me for fucking ever to get there. And I don't know if that was for your birthday, a birthday.
Well, Cinco de Mayo, that was before my 21st
Yeah.
because obviously
But I would
I
have been up
had a
before
fake
then,
ID.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. My freshman year, did you ever come up? Because this was like end of sophomore year. Because I turned 21 my
Mm,
junior year. This is how I know all the dates. And I
I'll
was
have to
definitely
refer
single
back.
Steph. I was
Right.
single Steph in like the midst of
Remember.
things. But
Mm, remember. I'm gonna have to go back to the timeline.
that's why I don't
I
know if
think
like, did you
so.
come?
I don't. I feel like the
I came
time.
to you
Yeah.
twice
Yeah.
prior to all this because I came to you for Day Glow.
Dayglow. That was sophomore
And then
year for sure.
I came to you again for spring break with
Yes.
Maria.
And the beach. Yeah.
Yes.
When did
And
when did
then
when did we go to Orlando and it was like the whole group of us? Hey.
hi Marge.
We're almost there.
You have a question for me? I have to be loud. I'm sorry. I don't have a microphone.
Oh man. It was the whole group of us though that was there. And Angelica said, "Turn off the suns." Shout out to Angelica.
That,
Was
but
that
that was
after?
after. That
Okay,
was
okay.
after.
Okay.
That
Oh,
was the
oh,
night
that
we
was
went
after.
to, because yeah, I
I
wasn't
remember
single at
that.
the
Yeah,
time,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I ended up leaving the apartment because
That's
there was no
right.
place for me to sleep in my own apartment.
That's right.
Um,
Okay.
because even like
Well,
Dominic was there too.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Oh my god.
that was,
The
yeah, they were
Suns.
like in the living room. You and Nicole were in my
Oh
bedroom.
my god. I just remember
Angelica.
vividly. I don't know if Nicole remembers, but I'm pretty sure we were watching the Katy Perry movie before we went out that night. I feel like that
Maybe.
was a thing, but it's like it's not fucking happy. Like it's her documentary.
No,
Like it's kind of
yeah,
sad.
I
I feel
definitely
like that
watched
wasn't
that.
that wasn't the play to watch beforehand.
Well, I was thinking that was the night we went to Mad Hatter. That was the
Uh-huh.
bar that was
Uh-huh.
up there. And Angelica kept saying she wanted to take her pants off. Sorry, Angelica. I know you're going to listen to this. Sorry to throw you out there like that, but she did. Do you remember
And
that
then
day?
well
And I was
then
like, keep your fucking pants on.
and then we didn't let her go home with someone else, right? Was
Yes,
that night?
yes.
We are good friends.
We were good friends because
We
she
still are.
definitely might have gotten kidnapped. But somebody else did go home with someone else, and then we had to
Mm-hmm.
go pick them up the
Yes.
next
The whole
morning.
group of us
All of
did
us in
did
the
a
car.
car ride. Like instead of this person doing a walk of shame, they walk of shamed out of the house to a car full of people picking up. And that is the funniest shit. I will remember that until I die.
Like way too many of us in the car for like there was not enough seats for the amount of us that were in
No.
the car
Oh my
at
god.
all.
This is
Oh my god.
amazing. I'm going to refer back to my Facebook memories to see because I definitely feel like I came up
I
before
know.
then.
That's why I'm like, I honestly though, I think that might have been the first time because I think it was the
Maybe.
first time you puked. And I was like, it's okay, Morgan. Everybody that comes up to Orlando throws up when they
I
first come here.
also think you might be right because I didn't have a car freshman year at
You're right. So
school.
you
So
wouldn't
it
have
might
came
have been
freshman.
sophomore year. Yeah. Yeah,
And
that
then,
might
like
have
I said, I
been.
came to you twice. So I would have seen you then.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then
yeah. Oh,
probably not again until that. Because, yeah, I
just
think
at
the
home.
only,
We saw each other at
because then,
home.
yeah, you came for my birthday, like my 21st birthday,
Uh-huh.
but that was after the spring break.
After,
Or
yes.
not spring break, the Cinco de Mayo.
Oh my god. Fucking
That,
Cinco de Mayo.
that was quite the
I
night.
hope that we just we had a little heart to heart. We had the therapy session today in there. But
But we had to
I
throw
hope
some funny throwbacks
I know,
in there.
I hope everyone
We
doesn't
had
feel
to.
like depressed and millennial sadness
Oh,
like, that can come back on TikTok later tonight, but
yeah.
I don't know. I
It
feel
just,
like
yeah. Going
it's
back,
tough.
circling back,
I know.
it
Boop,
just
boop, boop.
sucks.
I know. It's hard. It's hard.
And that's I think why, in a way, we started this podcast to kind of like
Yeah.
reminisce on what once was
Yeah.
and what is now.
Yeah.
Because you just, I don't know. I feel like what you were saying, like every day is very similar.
It's blah.
Things
Yeah.
are not what we thought they would be at this point. Like that fucking TikTok you sent me
My God, I know.
that I accidentally listened to on like a fucking, what's that called where it like keeps going?
Oh, a loop?
Yes,
A
thank
loop,
you.
yeah.
It was like playing on a loop by accident because I had my phone sitting somewhere else and I couldn't find it. And it was just in my headphones going, I'm 2 days into college.
Oh, yes. Oh.
And I was like, I'm 10 years out of college. And I'm like, oh my God.
Like fucking crying. Literally.
Yeah.
We'll share all the things, but that one got me good. I was like, wow, do I start fucking crying? But honestly, I like looked in the comments and I was like, you know what? It fucking sucks right now, but we're not alone. I feel like
we're definitely not alone. And honestly, like, there are good things that transpired and I mean, like, granted, I have a family of 4. That's a beautiful thing. That, like, you know, I always wanted that. I also think back and I'm like, wow, when I was like 21, I thought that like at 25, I would be married with 2 kids and like live in a big house. And it's like, first of all, step the fuck back, Stephanie, because that would have never fucking worked. At 25, I was
like,
still
what
like
was
trying to
my
figure
name?
out
I'm just
my
kidding.
life. Yeah, like truly though, I was like just getting my first freaking real career, trying to survive in this world called adulthood. And like,
I know.
I
It's
mean,
so
bless the
different.
people that have babies young, but like, I don't think I could have been able to.
I know.
Like,
what a fucking challenge. I mean, if it happens for a reason, but still, it's like,
but it's like, when
wild.
I think about it, when I think back, I'm like, no, 30 was like a good age to like start a family.
Yeah, for sure.
Do all those things. And I feel like a lot of people, like back in the day, I feel like our parents and like their parents had kids really young. And
not my
feel
parents,
like, well, not mine either. I mean, my mom was
yeah.
like 29, 28.
That's what,
29.
So was mine.
But
that
like,
was old though. That was old for
right,
them. Yeah.
That was old. But it's like, I feel like nowadays even people are like waiting like past 30. Like, to like start a family and stuff because of the way that the world is.
1,000%. We missed 3 years from the vid, and I feel like just that alone, I don't know. I feel like that just kind of set everything back as well. Like, which, I mean, I don't want to spiral off into societal expectations because I feel like that's a separate conversation about like getting married and all the things. Yeah, I feel like that's like a separate thing, but what a different
world. But I do feel like that is changing too.
Yeah, in a good way, for sure.
Societal norms. Yeah. Like, a lot of people aren't getting married traditionally. Well, also because like, who can fucking afford to have a wedding anymore? Like,
no, I want to spend my money on other fucking things.
Right. Like, do you really want to go have a huge ass wedding, spend all this money, or save that money, put it towards a house, put it towards vacation, like put it towards traveling?
Yeah.
Like so many other things versus like one day, not even a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then it's over forever.
Yeah.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it sounds really fun.
Sure. Yeah, I will throw a party.
Let's go party.
Right. I will throw a party.
I want to have a party. I don't care about all the other fucking pizzazzy bullshit.
Yeah.
And even just being in a wedding's expensive as shit. Like, you're not even the one getting married, and it's still thousands of dollars. And I'm like,
yeah. Luckily, I've only been in like very, very close, and you too, like very, very close friends with, I would obviously say yes, or family members, like in their weddings. But like the stuff I've seen or like heard about and like going to these places, it's just like you go into debt for someone's fucking event, and that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. And like, it's so hard because like, everyone could just say no, like whatever, and it's like, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Family member. No.
Exactly. And even if they're like, oh, I understand, it's just like, they're gonna fucking whatever judge you about it.
I would judge somebody. I mean,
I'm not
gonna make one of my friends like spend a ton of money on that, but
exactly, like, and you want to have fun. It's just like the expectation of it is wild. I feel like it is just.
Yep.
Put a pin in this for societal expectation conversation. Another blazer conversation.
Yeah. That'll be another serious episode when we talk about that. And what is the norm anymore?
I know, right?
I don't even know what it is.
Right.
I don't know what it is anymore.
I know. Well, definitely got to tell the people to follow us on all of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We got YouTube up. We got a cute little photo. It's literally next to me. I'm staring at it. I love us.
It's beautiful. Morgan did fantastic. She sent it to me yesterday, like the photo prior.
Yeah.
And I go, I feel like you could probably, I feel like we, and I go, and by we, I mean you.
Yep.
I am not the tech savvy one. But I feel like this could be something even more. Like it could just.
Yeah. We got it. More. And we fucking did it. It was the right one.
And by we mean Morgan, because it wasn't me.
But I also appreciate your feedback.
Her the information. I was like, this could work. This could work. But
it was great.
Yeah, so follow us on all our platforms. I also have been plotting in my little head of possibly a giveaway.
Ooh. Love that. Love that for us. Well, for the people.
Have some cool
Love that for the people.
So stay tuned, because in the next coming weeks that could be something somebody could win. And let's just say there might be a lot of fucking prizes in it, because
our girl has got some PR.
So, and like cool stuff too. So keep an eye out for that. Follow us on Baby One More Podcast, everything, all the things. Bonus points if you follow our personal pages.
Yeah. Look at the cat videos. Sorry. If you like cats,
and if you like fashion or mom stuff, we got you.
Exactly.
That's what we be covering.
Oh man.
Well, we'll have. I have to post something for a campaign today. What's today? Oh no, I can do it
Wednesday.
tomorrow.
Wednesday. You're good. You're good.
I'll do it tomorrow. I thought tomorrow was Friday, and I was like, fuck, I don't like to post on Fridays. Now I gotta do that. I can't keep forgetting.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, and we will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.